Poetic landscapes, inspiring stories, mindful insights, conscious creating. Whether you're seeking tips, tidbits, or techniques to elevate your life, become leading-edge creators or gain a deeper understanding of law of attraction, this space is dedicated to supporting your journey, where every thought is a seed and every feeling is a blossom, in the garden of endless possibilities. Stay tuned.
How would you know you're seeing clearly if you didn't see not clearly? How would you appreciate the clarity that you found if you hadn't lived in some sort of discord? How could you live other than living in alignment with Source? Appreciation is the way Source within you feels all the time about everything.
Welcome to Infinite Consciousness, a daily inspirational podcast that's dedicated to helping you manifest your dreams faster through law of attraction. Thank you for joining us. We're thrilled to have you here.
Thoughts in bloom. Solution talk. Every thought we hold, each word we speak, a subject in balance, both strong and weak. One side is desire, bright as the sun. The other, its absence, where shadows run. We drift toward the known, what feels safe and near, speaking of troubles, of worry and fear. For comfort is found in the paths we repeat, yet these well-worn roads circle defeat. But lift up the gaze, let the mind redirect to the light of solutions we often neglect. With each shift in focus, a pathway unfolds, aligned with the dreams the heart truly holds. So choose where to look, let awareness ignite, to turn from the shadows and welcome the light. For each topic we ponder, two sides it reveals, and in choosing the brighter, true joy we unseal.
Prepare to be taken on a journey where anything is possible, and every turn brings you closer to a spark of curiosity, a twist of tale, or a choice that changes everything.
What if the secret to nurturing a flourishing garden lies not in the soil or the sun, but in the stories we tell ourselves? Join us as we uncover the heart-warming journey of Maggie, a passionate gardener from Solana whose once thriving garden seemed to wither away, much like her spirit. Guided by the gentle wisdom of her grandfather Olin, Maggie embarks on a transformative path, learning to see beyond her garden's struggles and embracing its unseen potential. Through her eyes, we witness how shifting focus from problems to possibilities can breathe new life into not just her garden, but her outlook on life. This episode offers an inspiring reminder that every subject inherently contains two sides and the remarkable change it can bring when focusing on what is wanted. Maggie's journey unfolds as a testament to the idea that every challenge has two sides, and sometimes the most profound solutions come from a simple change in perspective. By nurturing her garden with hope and intention, Maggie discovers unexpected solutions and a renewed sense of purpose. Her story is a touching example of how tending to our dreams with care can lead to growth and transformation, leaving you eager to cultivate possibility in your own life.
Once upon a time, in the peaceful village of Solana, there lived a gardener named Maggie, known for her skill with plants. Her garden overflowed with vibrant flowers, rich herbs, and lush vegetables, making her the envy of the village. Yet lately, something was amiss. The soil had hardened, the flowers were wilting, and no matter how much water she used, the plants struggled to grow. Maggie became increasingly frustrated and spent her days pacing the garden, listing all the ways her once flourishing haven was failing. She spoke to her neighbors, who sympathized and offered advice, but every suggestion only seemed to remind her of the garden's slow decline. As weeks passed, her energy felt just as tired as her plants, and her once bright spirit dulled. One evening, Maggie's grandfather, Olin, visited her. Olin was an old soul with wisdom from years spent nurturing plants and people alike. Seeing Maggie's distress, he gently held her hand and asked, "Tell me, what do you see when you look at your garden?" Maggie sighed and replied, I see soil that won't hold water, plants that wither despite my care, and flowers that no longer bloom. It feels as though everything I love about this place is slipping away. Olin nodded, understanding. Your focus has been on what you're losing, and so you're growing more of that feeling. Every garden, he continued, has two sides. One side is full of what we want: growth, health, color. The other side is the absence of those things, a shadow that grows the more you tend to it. What if you started talking to the garden not about its problems, but about your hopes for it? Maggie considered his words. She had become so used to thinking about what was wrong that it felt like the only way to approach her garden. But her grandfather's advice sparked something new. A willingness to see what might happen if she shifted her perspective. The next morning, instead of inspecting for signs of decay, she spent time visualizing how she wanted each part of the garden to thrive. She imagined flowers blossoming in every hue, fruits ripening on the vine, and soil as rich and soft as cake. She began speaking kindly to her plants, thanking them for the growth they'd given and encouraging them to reach for the sun. To her surprise, her energy returned. She started finding little solutions to some of the garden's challenges without even consciously trying. She tried different watering methods, brought in compost to revitalize the soil, and adjusted how she positioned each plant. Instead of treating her garden's problems as failures, she saw each as an opportunity to bring her vision to life. And as Maggie's focus on growth rather than decay grew stronger, the garden began to change. Slowly but surely, the flowers returned to their former vibrancy, the herbs regained their potency, and the fruits grew plump and full of life. Her neighbors marveled, wondering what magic she had used to transform her garden. But Maggie knew that the real magic lay not in the soil or the sun, but in the simple shift of her focus. By choosing to see the garden's potential instead of its problems, she had aligned with the growth she desired. Her garden was more than plants. It was a reflection of her thoughts, her energy, and her trust in the unseen potential waiting to bloom. And from that day forward, whenever a challenge arose, Maggie remembered to look at both sides of the garden, choosing to nurture the side that held her deepest hopes.
And now, your tip for today.
Every topic you focus on actually contains two sides. One side holds what you desire, while the other holds its absence. At times, you might unknowingly align with the side you don't want because it feels familiar or comfortable. This happens when you're used to discussing the problem rather than focusing on the solution, making it easier to resonate with what's unwanted. By shifting your attention toward solutions, you can start to align more closely with the outcome you truly want.
Love this tip of infinite consciousness? Desire more? Never miss an opportunity to deepen your understanding and alignment. It's a beacon for those seeking to illuminate their path and live a life resonating with deliberate leading-edge creators. Head over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe. By tuning in, you can expect to find inspiration, support, and guidance on your journey to living a life that is authentically yours. Furthermore, it not only explores the poetic landscapes of growth and manifestation, but also provides tangible techniques to bloom your desires into reality. Embrace the wisdom and continue on the journey of crafting a crystal-clear life. You are appreciated. Thank you.